I started watching a new wrestling promotion called AEW.
AEW, what's that stand for?
All Elite Wrestling, Lonnie.
Okay, all right.
It is so good so far.
So good.
So good. It's so good.
Okay, tell me about it.
Yeah, it's chef's kiss, Lonnie. It's beautiful. I'm loving it. So I watched because I kept hearing about it. I could never find out how to watch it because it's not on like our cable. I don't believe, but Australia gets nothing. Let's be honest. But I found out there's like this app that you can get, and you can pay like a small subscription fee to watch the shows that are usually on cable in the US. So it's AEW Dynamite is their weekly show.
Okay.
And you can kind of flick it to your Xbox through their film and TVs app, and you can watch it on there. So I did that, and yeah, I watched their weekly show. Just jumped in, see what it was like. It's great stuff. The first match had Shaq in it, Shaquille O'Neal.
All right.
And he took on one of my favourite wrestlers from WWE, which is Cody Rhodes. Good stuff.
Okay, so is it like it's a rival to the WWE, is it?
They're trying to be. They only started, I think, 2019, so they're very recent.
Yeah.
But they're doing gangbusters at the moment, apparently. Like, they're doing very, very well. And lots of wrestlers from WWE are starting to jump ship there. So,
all right. Because from what you've described to me before, they've, like, the WWE's had, like, a stranglehold on the wrestling scene for years and years now.
Oh, yeah. Which means they don't really have to try, which is quite evident in their current product. Like I mentioned, I watched the Royal Rumble, which I enjoyed. One of my favourites, Edge, won it. But and I said I was going to get back into wrestling, and I started watching it again, and it was just like, oh my goodness. It's like if you're in prison and someone feeds you shit on a plate every day for dinner. You kind of get used to it, and you're like, oh, it's shit, but like it's all I have. It's all I can eat.
Okay.
And then someone comes along, AEW in this instance, and they give you a steak, and you're like, oh my goodness, this isn't shit. What's going on? This is so delicious. I'm loving it.
Okay, what makes it so good then, Dylan?
Oh, it's 100% about the wrestling.
Yeah. It's
not as long, and there's not as much to keep up with as WWE. Like WWE, oh my goodness. There's like, they have a pay-per-view every single month, which is at least 4 hours long. They have a weekly show, Raw, which is 3 hours. They have SmackDown, which is 2 hours. And they have NXT, which is an hour and a bit. They have the Cruiserweight stuff, which is an hour and a bit. That's like your whole week, Lonnie. It's gone. But AEW, they have one weekly show, which is Dynamite, 2 hours. And their pay-per-views every few months.
Yeah, okay.
Which is great stuff. And after watching this weekly show, I went back, I watched some of their greatest hits that people have talked about online. One of the matches I watched was incredible. One of the best matches I've ever seen. So I'm fully on board now. And I've gotten the pay-per-view ready for Monday.
Nice.
I'm good to go. It's good. There's like, it's very refreshing. It's got like, it has blood in it, like the old days. It has swearing, like they'll say shit and that.
I'll say shit.
Oh my goodness.
Oh
my little ears. I couldn't believe it.
I can see why you like this stuff, Dylan.
No, it's great. It's great. And like all my favourites from WWE that were just getting wasted there, again, just getting great opportunities to show that they can do at AEW. It's fantastic. I love it.
That's funny. See, like WWE, they've sort of got drunk on their success, bloated. But these guys, they're either new, they're fresh, they're lean.
They're thirsty. They're hungry. Hungry for the top spot, Lonnie.
Yeah, that's cool though. I think a lot of people, a lot of, cultural artifacts, just there's too much of it. There's too much to keep up. And then if you get something that is still enjoyable, but you don't get as much of it, you can sort of live your life as well. Don't have to like do homework every week to keep up with what's going on.
Oh, exactly. And they'll throw in stuff like from different independent wrestling promotions around. Like they'll throw in, someone can come in from New Japan for a night, just for shits and giggles,
That's
just
cool.
have a wrestle.
Yeah.
Like they're not as barred off and closed off as WWE. They'll even have, there's another wrestling promotion that's on TV which is called Impact Wrestling, which I've watched on and off over the years. And some dudes from their tag team division, their tag team champions, just showed up on AEW just for a laugh.
Yeah, good's that?
Yeah, it's just they're having fun and they're enjoying what they do, and I appreciate that.
Okay, excellent.
And that's why everyone should get amongst it.
Get amongst it.
I miss you, man, do I miss you?